Welcome to No One Asked, the podcast where we talk about things literally no one asked us about. I'm Julie Barrett.
And I'm Sarah Wilkes. We're two friends, two realtors, and way too many opinions.
Life, real estate, and whatever chaos shows up.
No one asked, but we're saying it anyway.
All right, woo-wee.
We are back. It's been a couple of weeks.
It's been a hot minute.
Yes, but we do have a little bit of a new set.
And we do a new get up, kind of stepping up a couple of notches.
Hopefully we are. That was the goal. That's the plan.
That's always the goal.
So it has been a crazy couple of weeks.
It has, like, we couldn't even get together to even record at all.
And it was like we've always set aside a certain time, and it was just not happening.
Mm-mm.
Even like today, we came here at the last minute. We've been rained on today. We've been hoofing it out in the.
I was her man today.
She was. She came to pick me up at the door because I had on heels.
It was pouring rain, and I had on a jacket.
I have on tennis shoes now because we've already chucked those. But yeah, she came. She had a jacket, so she went and got the car and took me to my car because it was raining so hard. So yeah,
I got you, boo.
Yes, you do. So we had a couple of meetings today, and things have just been really busy.
Busy, very busy. I mean, just in general, not, of course, real estate, busy, showings, all that stuff. Life, like your daughter, Katie, it's her senior year.
Yes.
So you've had a lot of stuff going on with that.
So much.
I mean, it's just been a lot of stuff. And every time, like you said, every time we're like, okay, can you do it today? No, we got this. And then I throw in my 15,000 dentist appointments that I have coming up.
Then there's that. But yeah, it's just been so much stuff. Katie's going to be graduating. Mm-hmm. She had prom. She is in the regional tournament for tennis right now. It's just been a lot.
It's been a lot. Yeah. So let's see. What's happened to you over the last couple of weeks?
Well, good, bad, or ugly, because there's been a lot of bad and ugly,
All of it.
So, it was so funny at one of the meetings today. Someone said, they were speaking to realtors, and I said, I would just love to do your job. My favorite thing is to go look at houses. And Julie was sitting beside me and her, we go, no. Because, yes, that is the fun thing, but we've been dealing with some not so fun things.
No.
Craziness, like the things that you don't expect to happen to postpone a deal has been happening. And just random, like, I don't even know. I wish I'd written it down. Like that one day, it was like just, felt like you got like a hit with a 1-2 punch combo. Yeah. It was like just nonstop.
Just like dominoes, just like,
yeah.
Well, let's see. I'll just tell you what's happened to me in the past few weeks during showings. A few weeks ago, I was showing this vacant house, and there was a lizard in the floor, and the mom was like, hey, she's talking to her little boy, like, why don't you go pick up that lizard? And he picks it up, and it was dead. And she said, oh, it's dead, go throw it outside. So we made eye contact, like, and he makes a beeline for me and just goes boom, and throws it right on me. No, actually, I just stood there, and I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, good thing I'm not afraid of lizards.
Yes, I'm not afraid of lizards, but I still wouldn't have loved that.
No. But I mean, like, okay, now go throw it outside. And then I was jumped on by a dog. That just recently happened.
Yeah, you got like a big gash in your arm over that one.
Yeah. Of course, I was wearing my white pants that day.
Yeah, I didn't see you for a while. You had to go home and change.
I go home and change. Yeah, bandage my arm. Not really bandage it, but clean it out.
Put in a saline shot?
I need something, probably. Do you get a tetanus shot if you get scratched by an animal, or is that just like metal?
I don't really know. I try not to go there, so I don't know. I'm not really an animal person, so I try not to have those. Although I went to show a house. It was just listed this was last week. And the agent was nice to have and said, now there's a little dog that's friendly in there running loose. I hope that's okay. Because it was a last minute showing. I said, well, will it, attack me or bite me? She said, well, it might lick you to death. So I asked my clients when we were going to go in, I was like, okay, they said there's a dog that's loose. I said, now listen, I'm terrified of dogs if I don't know them. But I will go in first. And I said, are y'all scared of dogs? Yep. I was like, okay.
Oh, no.
So I went in. This dog didn't bark. I thought, well, maybe they took the dog around the corner, and he's just sitting on the couch looking all excited. It's an overweight Chihuahua. I mean, he was as wide as he was. I mean, he was wider than he was tall. Bless it. Oh, I think he was a Chihuahua. He looked like a Chihuahua face, but he was
Big.
a broad body.
Big back.
Yeah, he's definitely a big bag. And so, and then they said there was a cat in there too, and the cat, just will leave you alone. So I pet the dog and I said, okay, y'all go ahead and come in. And I sat on their couch. It's like, I'll just sit here and pet him so you aren't scared, and
Mhm.
it wasn't a huge house. So it's not like I
Right.
could keep my eyes everywhere. Well, I think something happened and I quit petting him and he jumps up and launches to
Oh,
go for the
no.
people. I'm like, oh, no, 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 come here. Like, come back, and that is not me.
No, it's not. It's
No,
not.
I sat on this
Inside, you were
couch.
probably like, "Oh my gosh."
I wasn't scared of him after, like, 10 seconds, but I was like, "No, no, 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 come here, come here." Like, I sat there and I literally pet the dog the whole time. He looked like he was in heaven. He laid over, all big back and everything, just let me pet him. But, yeah, that's not something I ever do.
Uh-uh.
No, no,
No
I did
way.
that. I did that, and then I showed it again to someone else. I'm like, "Alright, y'all. There it may or may not be a dog in here, but I got you. He's like my best friend. So I'll just go in, we'll hang out on the couch, and we'll
Mhm.
watch you walk
Yeah.
around." So, but that was speaking of dogs, I did have that this week. And then, come to find out they're scared of cats too. So then the cat came out. I'm like, "Oh, it's fine.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
don't mess with it."
Listen, I mean, I have dogs and I have cats, and
I have neither.
you have a house that has a camera that has
That what?
that I said you have a house that has a vacant house that has a camera, and they're like, "Hey, we saw a cat."
Oh,
You have a mystery
yes.
cat.
Yeah, okay, so I was gonna get this house. And I was like, we were just talking about the different things, and it's had some damage and some stuff with it,
Mhm.
so we know it's a different kind of sale. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go show it tomorrow
And
morning.
it's unoccupied.
Yeah,
So
no one
there
lives
should be no
there.
movement inside the house.
No, no. And the owner said, oh, well, just watch out. There's a cat in there. I'm like, I'm sorry. I was like, on the outside of the house, because I'd seen one hanging out,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, oh no. And I was
No.
like, "What do you mean?" And they sent me a video because they have cameras inside and out. They sent me a video of the kitchen, like this camera looking down the kitchen counter, and all of a sudden these furry legs just walked right by. I was like, "Oh no!"
That's the funniest thing.
Oh yeah, I showed
Can
it
you
to
imagine,
Julie.
though, like, if you're in that house? I mean, because we know nothing's supposed to be in that house.
Oh,
And
I
if
know.
you're good thing that they told you. Can you
Yeah,
imagine if a cat or anything just jumped out?
I mean, I wasn't. I mean, I've been in that house a bunch, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Well, there's a cat in there," and I thought he meant outside.
Right.
No, no, I
No.
saw the bottom half of his legs strolling
Yeah.
right, not even in a hurry,
It
man.
was
Just
owning that
he was like,
place.
"Hey, this is my house."
Yeah.
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 And I was like, "Oh my gosh." I mean, that's just funny.
I've been, in basements before, and mice go scurrying across the floor.
Yeah, now that one bothers me.
Mm, no, I mean, snakes bother me, but
Snakes don't bother me as bad as mice, which is weird.
mm,
I yell like a banshee. Like, and it's not even like a girly scream or yell.
mhm.
It's just like this horrible noise. And I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. I hate mice. I don't know what, ugh. It
They're
just
just so
feels,
fast.
and just, ugh, no, no,
I mean,
can't
I
stand
don't wanna,
them.
like, open a drawer and see one, like, it'll scare me, but, I mean,
Mm-mm.
they don't bother me like snakes. Mm-mm. I'm
I
checking out.
might be okay to snake before I am a mouse, and I know that
Mm-mm.
sounds completely stupid. I don't know what it is, something about 'em. I used to have a hamster too when I was little. Isn't that funny, by the
That
way?
is
I had
funny.
2 at different times because the first one died and I was
Oh.
sad, but I actually had a hamster named Flo.
I mean, then how can you be scared of mice? Did Flo do something to you?
No, but she was a pet, and she didn't really have a big they have, like, that little nubbin, not a tail.
Yeah, that's
I think it's the
true. It's the
tail that
tail.
bothers me.
I can see that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see
no,
that.
mm-mm. Yeah, I actually had a hamster,
Huh.
so mhm. I grew up with dogs and cats. I just don't like strangers' dogs and cats.
Mhm.
So, trying to think what else happened the past
It's
couple of
just
weeks.
been a wild few weeks. Like, that's all I can say. Like, there was just
Mhm.
a lot that happened, and it's almost hard to even think about it because it was just so every day. Every day was so much.
Something new every
Yes.
single day. And like, we have several houses pending now, and that's great. But it's no longer the same as when you used to have a house pending. You're like, yes, we're going to close it and on exactly the contract date.
Oh,
Now
no.
you get curveballs thrown every 5 seconds, it feels like. And I've been
Yes.
dealing with two.
Right. You have an underwriter
Two.
from
Yes.
yes.
I have an underwriter, and I hope one day they find this one. And I'm going to say this. You are not okay.
No.
You're not a nice human, and I don't like you.
No. So, let's tell everybody what an underwriter is for those that might not know.
They are a nameless, faceless entity that
that
you cannot.
control everything
They
with your
they're
loan.
like the wizard. They like
True.
sit behind the curtain.
Yeah.
You can't call them.
No.
You cannot call them directly. You can't go
No.
see them. They have no contact with the realtor or the buyer,
No.
yet they make all the
They're just like
decisions.
email
Yes.
ninjas back there. Just
I know. Yeah, and they can do whatever they want to, and they don't have to see the person that lost their dream home because of something that they wanted,
No.
or they don't have to see the sellers who are now going to have to spend $4 billion on a
Right.
house that doesn't cost that much
Right.
to make it pass.
Right.
And we're not talking about a house that needs work.
No.
I mean, the house looks great.
Mhm.
It looks great.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, it's just that underwriter just I
is
said that do they know your name? Do
I
they
asked
know because
I
is
asked
this a
the
personal
lender.
vendetta?
Yes.
Like
So the lender is so just kind of behind the scenes, y'all. The lender is the face of the mortgage.
mhm.
They do the pre-qualification. They do know what they're doing. You
Mhm.
know, they get everything ready to send to the underwriter. However, the underwriter has the final say.
Right.
So,
The underwriter goes through all of the paperwork, documents, make sure that the income is verified, a bunch of stuff. A bunch of
they
stuff.
make sure of things they should have no part of as well.
Right.
And
sometimes they get a little too caught up
I've
in it.
never had one like this. It's
I
insanity.
don't think I have either.
Oh, no. And neither has the lender who's been doing this for like 30 or
Yeah.
35 years.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 26. Neither one of us know what to even do with ourselves with this one.
Yeah.
But like I said, so the lender is like the person that the buyer knows. We know that's who we contact. The underwriter, like I said, it's like the wizard. They sit behind the curtain, pull the string, like puppet master, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you cannot do anything about them.
No.
Even if they're being crazy.
Yes.
And that is the situation currently with
Yeah.
one of mine.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get it done. It is now a challenge.
Did you ask the lender? What you said? I interrupted you, and you said you asked the lender like if the underwriter knew you or something,
Yeah,
or
I
something
said,
like that.
is this a local underwriter? Like,
Right.
have I offended them in this life or another one? I was like,
Right.
are they coming at me? Because I just need to know if this is personal.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, they're not from here. Well, I hate them. I was like, well, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm starting to wonder if it's personal because this is insanity.
Yes. And so you get this report from the underwriter for this particular transaction that we're talking about, and you were supposed to close when?
I don't even know. I mean, it's so far gone.
You've had it under contract for a couple of months.
I can't talk under contract since the end of February. There were a few things that the seller was going to do that to improve on the property that held it up a little bit. And then we've had trouble with the buyer's verification of employment and income because the company that he works for doesn't do it like normal.
Yeah.
I've had several deals with them, and it's always...
There's always like a little kink in it that you got to try to work out.
Yes, and this one took a little longer. So we've been delayed for a few different things.
Yeah.
We thought we were closing.
Yeah.
And
why wouldn't you think that? Because, I mean, everything's
done.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Appraisals are good.
So the underwriter is basically acting like a home inspector.
Yes. Or God.
Or God.
I mean,
or an appraiser, trying to call all these shots to have things done that's already been done.
Yes. And we've provided receipts and proof.
Yes.
That's not good enough.
Why wouldn't it be good enough?
I don't know. I've asked the lender. I sent her rapid fire text questions and emails, and I'm waiting to hear back. So once this is over now, I'm going to check my email and then probably text her at home and say, please, for the love of Pete, tell me something good.
Yeah.
Because when I say this, I know, again, if you don't live in this world, it probably doesn't make sense. But this person is making 4 different people's lives miserable currently.
For no reason.
For zero reason. It's a great house.
For zero reason.
And I've seen houses that are in 1,000% worse shape.
Yes.
Past the same type of situation.
Yes.
That's what I think is the most frustrating is there's absolutely nothing that should be holding this up.
No.
And our hands are tied.
It's just the weirdest scenario.
For the nameless, faceless person.
Or the wizard.
Who I cannot contact. I'm trying so hard to look them up. I haven't really tried that hard, but I'm going to do that tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my research skills to test.
Yeah, do that.
I need to. I wish I had anything with their name on it, so help me. I would find them and say, listen, what are we doing?
I just don't know.
None of the emails have their email address.
No, I know. I noticed that when you showed it to me.
Oh, yeah.
They're blocked out.
They're blocked out because they won't.
Because they are chickens.
Untouchable.
They're chickens.
They are untouchable.
Listen, like, man up
I just wanna say,
and just
I mean, what's your deal, man?
right. What's wrong with picking up the phone and be like, "Hey, I have a problem with these.
Uh-huh.
How can we remedy this?"
Right.
Or call the lender and the lender call it like you guys do a conference call or something and try to
Something.
figure it out instead of these emails that make no sense.
Catch me on some Zoom. Let's see how
Right,
that goes.
right, right. Send a Zoom link.
Yeah, I'm going to be polite and I will be nice until I cannot be, and yeah, it will.
Oh, your luck, that same underwriter will get one of your next files or something.
Yep. Mhm. But that's okay.
Yeah.
No, I will find their name at some point and say not to touch mine
There
ever.
has to be a way. There has to be a
There
way.
has to be. That's gonna be let's make a note of that
Yeah.
to look that up.
I'll add it to the rest of my notes that I made during the board luncheon today. I was like, "Hey, I'm making all kinds of great ideas here."
Yeah, I was like, "Ooh, write that down." And she's like, on it." Yeah, it's when you can't sit by your friend in anything serious or meetings or, I forget. She said something to me today about text and I sent her something back. And I'm like that meme that's watching your
Mhm,
friend read
mhm,
your text
mhm.
and you're like, yeah, I mean, that was me because I said something funny
And they were like, "Try not to laugh. We're not
out
laughing
loud.
at you."
Yes, yes, it was funny. But, what other places, I can't sit by my friends at a funeral, especially my one from high school. Can't do that. Mm-mm. Um, Church, my mom always tells me I'm not sitting by you
Oh
anymore
gosh,
because I make
yeah,
her laugh. And I don't
yeah,
mean to, it just happens.
right.
Anything that's serious, I'm like, you
I
don't
know.
want to sit
You
by
got the
me.
shoulder shrug.
I know we're trying like
Try not
not
to
sit and shake and
right.
you're just like, you
Yep.
can't look at anything.
No.
We've covered a wide variety.
Mhm,
Funerals, animals,
mhm,
underwriters from
mhm.
hell.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's the name of this
Yeah.
funerals.
Funerals, animals, and underwriters from hell. Oh
Oh
my,
my.
yeah, that would be great. One of the things, not really a fun fact at all, but one of the biggest things on a transaction, first of all, the inspection is important.
Right.
You want to make sure everybody's good with it. Then the second thing is your appraisal.
Mhm.
Well, you know, we always hold our breath until the appraisal's done. And most of the time, like we do all the comparables, we know where it should land, but sometimes we have zero control over, or we have no control
We have
over it
no
anyway.
control, right.
Right. So, but funny thing that I had to explain to someone this week, and this was a big deal, is it was a seller and they wanted to know how much the house appraised for. I said, I don't know. Now, I do happen to have the buyer and the seller. The
Mhm,
buyer has never told me what it appraised for.
mhm.
And they're like, well, what do you mean you don't know? Well, we are not privy to what the house
We are
appraises
not.
for. If the buyer happens to know and they want to tell us, they can, but they don't have to tell us.
No,
Even if we're their agent, they don't
no.
have to tell us.
All we need to know is the value is good.
Yes. So if you ask your
No
agent or
conditions.
anyone, if you're selling the home and you ask your agent or the lender what the appraisal value was, don't be offended if you're not told because we're not told
Right,
unless it comes up short or unless the underwriter makes a lot of comments that you have to fix.
right.
But yeah, so that was something that, it's second nature to us. We know that, but so many
Mhm,
people don't understand that
mhm. And sometimes
actually,
sellers can get a little tiffed
yes. Well,
and you're like,
because
"Yeah,
and the reason for that, I know it doesn't make any sense, but the reason for that is let's say that you're in the middle of repairs and something's going on and the house appraised well over
mhm."
what it's selling for, which by the way doesn't really happen
No, it
often. They
doesn't.
normally hit your sales price and like that's it.
Yeah.
But back in the day before that became a rule, like the sellers would get mad and say, well, I'm not selling it for that. You need to bring it, raise up
Mhm,
your price.
mhm,
So, and technically the bank owns that appraisal. The
mhm,
buyer doesn't even own it until they have closing,
mhm,
honestly. So that was just something I had to explain this week that I haven't had to in a long time.
mhm.
That I decided give a little refresher on that. So, well, like I said, even if you have both sides of the transaction, you don't always know the appraisal. I
No.
I hardly ever know the appraisal.
Oh, same. Like you said, unless it's short
Yeah,
or yeah, I just know I get an email, "Value's good." Great, we're moving forward.
value's good as is the
Mhm.
dream.
Yep.
First
That's
appraisal
the
said that.
dream phrase.
Yes, first appraisal said that. The second appraisal
They had
said
2 appraisals on this one the same property?
yes, because it was a flip house within 6 months of purchase. So the second appraisal went back. You know what they flagged?
What?
The back door wasn't secured and they could not get it to secure. So you know what I did?
Went and locked it?
I went and locked it and videoed myself. Here I am. I'm videoing myself locking it,
Uh-huh.
trying to open it, unlocking it,
Listen.
open it, and I send it that same day as the underwriter attack
Oh,
happened.
no.
That was one of the things.
I mean, the things that we do in this job, people have no idea. No
No.
idea. Like, as simple as, like, you'll get something, the window doesn't shut. Okay.
All right, look,
Yep,
hey, there it
yep.
is.
The light doesn't work.
Do you remember that
Change the
house
bulb.
the old house that we sold together that had to make the windows operational?
Oh gosh.
It was
No.
like 100 Arlington.
Oh,
We
yes.
had to make the windows operational.
Yes.
And so I went in literally with my camera and like, there's
Yes.
one. And it had like
Yes.
4,000 windows. But yeah,
Yes.
I videoed every single one of them that they were operational.
I know. It's just the weirdest thing that
Or,
the light doesn't work, you change the bulb. Oh, look, the light
oh
works.
yeah, yeah, and inspectors will report that this is not operational. Did you change the bulb? Which I understand they don't carry
They don't
bulbs
change
around,
bulbs, right,
and
right.
it's not their job. However, if that becomes a red flag that you have to call an electrician to go handle, you might think about replacing your light bulbs before the inspector
Mhm,
comes,
mhm.
honestly.
I saw this great meme the other day where, um, it was an agent sitting at her desk, and it said, "I just spent 3 hours on the phone solving a problem so we can get to the closing table that my client will never be aware of." And I was
Oh,
like, "That's so true."
1,000%.
All the stuff that we do behind the scenes,
Oh,
all the
well
phone calls, emails, and everything just trying to get people their goal of closing.
Well, and I am totally guilty of that because I will tell people the problem once I have a solution.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't always alert them right away because I'm like, okay, I need to
Mhm.
figure this out. What's our plan of attack first? And I mean,
Mhm.
I do tell them reasonably quickly, but
I do too, like, there's no sense in stirring the pot.
I try
Like,
to exhaust every
try to
effort
figure this out.
because if I tell you there's a problem, I'm going to be like, okay, so this is what's going on,
Mhm.
but don't freak out yet. This
Mhm.
is what we're going to do instead.
Mhm.
Um, so I am Yes, I will keep it to myself for a minute and spend hours. I mean,
Mhm.
like me in this underwriter situation, I spent a long time with before I ever even called the seller
Yeah.
to say, okay, this is what, because none of it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
And she laughs because it's
It
not her. No.
I know, if it were me, I'd be yeah. I mean, I am mad for you.
Oh,
I'm
I
mad for
know.
you, but
I would
still.
be too. Yeah. So it's
Oh,
just a
man.
lot. But yeah, we do so much that no one even knows that we do
Mhm.
to make things work that, I mean, you can't really explain it because we just do it as second nature.
Yeah.
It's not like we have to be told to go video the door locking
No.
or,
You
you
give
know,
us a problem, and we are going to exhaust all means to find a solution
1,000%. That's just,
all day
yeah.
long.
Or even like when you show a house and someone has an objection, oh, I have a solution. Let me show you what I would do.
Mhm.
And like, that's our job is to redirect, like, not, they don't say that officially, but like if
Right.
someone has an objection to a house and you see it as a workable situation, I have ideas all day long.
Right.
All day long. I can fix almost anything in my head. Now,
Yep.
whether that translates to normal construction practices, I don't know. But I always say, well, I think this would work, but obviously I'm not a contractor.
Right.
So, but yeah, we are definitely, what's my shirt say? I have like realtor, therapist, miracle worker, problem solver, whatever,
Mhm.
just because we wear so many hats all day
Mhm.
long.
All day long.
Now it might be the underwriter hunter. No. Again, if you hear this one day, just know that you did not make my life easier for like 4 days at all.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh. So
I would
funny.
love to send it to him after we've closed.
Right, right.
Yes.
Nothing until then.
No, you are nice and friendly and
Mhm.
workable and you get
Mhm.
it closed, and
Mhm.
then you may never even say
Then the gloves
anything.
come off.
Then you're like, "Don't ever call me ever, not never again."
Right.
Yeah. No. Just no. Walk by 'em and say, "No,"
Mm-mm.
and be done.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and I hate it for the lender too because she's super sweet, and she just feels like her hands are tied too, and how do you explain to the buyer and the seller that there's someone controlling everything that we can't do
Doesn't
nothing?
even live here, doesn't even know the
No!
area, doesn't even yeah.
And that's why I asked her, it's like, "Is this personal?" She's like, "Oh, they're not even from here." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, so can you handle this? Because I,
Right.
don't know what to do."
Yeah. Things that are so common for our area is on that list, and you're like, "This is normal.
All day long.
This is normal. This is normal wear and tear."
Mhm. Well, and then something else funny too. I have another house pending, and they called me today or texted me today and said, "Hey, is this going to be a high risk flood area?" They're like, she's saying 6 to 10. I'm like, "Oh, those sites just put that on there." He's like, "Well, it's not on your site." I was like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "What website did you see?" Because I don't know. He said on Heritage Homes. I'm like, Is it? I was like, okay. I didn't even look it up yet. And I went and I took a picture of a FEMA map that
Mhm.
shows where his house is. I said, this is your house. Notice there's no blue. I said, this is a floodplain, and showed him. And he's like, oh, okay, good. But like, it's even on our own website. That's a 6 of 10. It's not
Okay, it has to no, I think it's on Realtor.com. I don't think
it
it's
came through Heritage.
I don't think it
I
could
didn't
be on
really, well,
our
that's what he
site.
said. I think he took a screenshot and sent it to me. I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't do it,
No,
but
no,
what
it's being fed
happens,
somewhere.
but that was what I was going to say. What happens with everybody who's doing all these researches on all of these different sites? It's great. I love that you do your homework, but
Mhm.
still verify all of that with us because it's not a floodplain,
Right.
like at all. It may be low lying, but there's
Mhm.
a lot of houses that are.
Mhm.
It is not a floodplain, but people see 6 out of 10 flood. They're like, oh my gosh,
Mhm.
no, you don't have to have flood
Hmm.
insurance unless you see the blue.
Right. I
You
need
see
to
the
check that
blue.
out. I mean, I know we don't have it attached to our website unless
Well, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
fed.
It's something that's comes through one of these
Yeah.
other places.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was too. I was like, "What side are you on? Yours? Huh?
Yeah.
No, you're not." Oh, well,
No.
he was. Took a screenshot.
Hmm.
Mhm. Made me feel great.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm so smart.
I'm so glad I'm with it with my own place.
I'm so smart.
I'm sorry I've been battling an underwriter. I didn't notice. I can't let it go yet.
I keep singing the wizard songs, the wicked songs in my head now that you
'Cause
said
they're
that.
like the wizard.
I mean, truly are. They truly are.
Yeah, it's just I can't even. So, if you ever want to know what an underwriter does, feel free to call me because I can tell you how they can make your life miserable. Or you have some that are chill. I mean, you do. We don't get to hear about them as much
Yeah.
because they just do their job.
Right. They're
But
reasonable. They don't cause
yes,
any extra
yep.
concern or raise any red flags.
Hmm.
But then every once in a while, you've got,
Whoever this is, I need
yeah.
to come up with a good nickname.
Yeah.
Attila,
What?
like
Who's that?
Attila the Hun. Okay,
Oh, I don't know who that is.
never mind.
Attila the Hun? Is that,
Like a warrior, like
oh,
not good person.
Milan?
Yeah, not a good
Not
person.
Milan.
Yeah, I don't watch
Not
Milan.
Milan. What was it?
I don't know. I haven't watched Milan.
It's Milan, is it?
I
That's
don't know.
an Italian
Okay, let me
city.
just take it back. Who's another crazy villain that we can think of? I just went blank on Disney. And I wasn't even thinking Disney. I'm like, Ursula. It's Ursula. I'm going to
Ursula.
call her Ursula.
Okay. Just gonna steal your voice. Yeah.
Have at it. And that's a whole other thing. So, but anyway, so if you wondered where we've been for a couple of weeks, we've been battling it out. Animals. What did we say? Animals.
Oh gosh, I don't remember.
We just did that.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember. Animals. What?
You see my face? How did we do that?
I'll have to go back and replay it and find, but it doesn't help us right now.
No.
Something
Animals
Underwriters.
inspections and no.
I don't know.
It was good too.
It was.
So
Whatever that is.
that is going to be the title once we play it back. And see, that's what happens when you have great ideas and you don't write them down instantaneously. Then you're both like, huh?
Yeah.
Like you're like,
We really should keep like a notepad or something. That way we can be like, oh yeah, make a note of that.
Yeah, I have one over there. But
And that does it so.
But me and my headphone wire here do not always get along either.
No, that's true. That's true.
So yeah.
But we are here for all of your real estate needs, as always.
Yes. If you have any questions, comments, have any topics you would like for us to discuss, you know what to do. Drop a comment, text us. You know, we're always on our phone. Text us anytime.
Yeah.
And we'll be happy to get that information to you.
Yep. So until then, no one asked.
But we're saying it anyway.